All right, welcome. So we're going to talk about your mind. We're going to talk about the difference between your mind and your brain a little bit, but then I'm going to lay out to you what your mind is, how it works, and how you use it to create the results in your life. But first, let's talk about how much we don't hear people talk about our mind, right? It's not, well, even as I said many times and before, we interchange the word brain and mind. We think they're the same thing. Like my mind is wandering. My mind won't shut up. But we could also say my brain is wandering, right? We think if I said point to where you do your thinking, you would point to your head, because we think our thoughts and our thinking goes on in our heads, and it doesn't. Our brain does not think. Our brain, the thought, like I'm hungry, I want to eat lunch, does not originate in our brain. It originates in our mind, right? So I have a thought in my mind, and then I say, oh, let's eat lunch. And I activate my actions through my brain. My brain carries out the orders that my mind gives it, but my brain is in charge of my thinking, and my brain, and after my body, follow the instructions my mind has given my body to create my experience. So the you that you are, that you think you are, the thoughts that you think while you're brushing your teeth, that you should brush your teeth, what you eat for breakfast, that you should eat breakfast, that you should hurry or slow down or get a new car or go on vacation or talk to your boss or whatever. Those thoughts, those creative, that experience you're having of you, thinking about you, you're doing that in your mind. And ultimately, I would even go as far as to say who you think you are resides in your mind, right? So it's in your thinking about who you are. So that sounds weird and woo-woo, but let me explain. So let's talk about the mind. In your mind is the most powerful creative force in your entire being as a human being. Your mind, right? Even in life, the mind is everywhere, and it's everything. Every being has one, and then life itself, I'll go as far as to say God is a mind, right? Its thoughts are creating this world, and there's one mind in the world that we are all a part of. We all share a mind at that divine level, that superconscious level I'll get to in a moment. But your mind is literally where you and who you think you are, in your mind, right? So your mind has 3 levels to it. You don't have 3 different minds, but you have 3 different levels to your mind, all right? 3 levels. So the first level of mind that you have is your conscious mind. You have a conscious mind. Your conscious mind is all you're aware of. You are not aware of anything outside of conscious by definition, because conscious means to be aware of, right? Conscious, aware. Now, that's in your conscious mind. At a conscious mind level, if I asked you, what are you thinking? You would say, well, I'm thinking about this video, or I'm now thinking about my mind, or I'm thinking about what I'm going to have for dinner, or whatever. You would be aware of those thoughts at a conscious level. You know what you're thinking. You have 2 more minds, though. Below your level of awareness, you have a subconscious mind. A subconscious mind. So you have a conscious mind that you're aware of, and then you have a subconscious, sub meaning below level of awareness, below the level, like a submarine goes below the level. Below your level is your subconscious mind, and then below that is the superconscious mind, your superconscious mind. So you have 3 levels to mind, to your mind. Let me show you how you use them. One, I already showed you on a conscious level, like, look, I'm waving at you. Are you aware that I'm waving at you? Yes. And you're using your conscious mind to be aware, right? You know what you're aware of consciously. Okay? That's conscious mind. Subconscious, what are you thinking subconsciously? Right now, what do you think about yourself subconsciously? Well, see why it's hard to know that? Because it's below your level of awareness. So how are you supposed to be aware of your subconscious thoughts if they are below your level of awareness? See how tricky that is? But you have one, and I'll show you how I know you do in a minute. Then below that is a bigger mind, which is the superconscious mind. And whoa, that's creator level. I mean, you creating your life from a superconscious level, but also when I say superconscious, that's what people call God, creator, infinite intelligence, source, whatever you call that life force that imbues everything in our universe. That's a superconscious mind. That's right. So, like at the superconscious level, that's like at the beginning of the Bible. It says, and God said, let there be light. Well, what they didn't say yet is just before God said, let there be light, is it had a thought. There should be light. Therefore then said, let there be light, and there was light. That superconscious mind is the same one you use to create your reality. And whatever your reality is, you have a thought first, and then you do it. You don't do it first, whatever you do in your life, and then have the thought. You think it, and then do it. You declare it at a superconscious level, and then it becomes. How? We don't know. Not your business. But that superconscious mind is the creative level of mind. Conscious level is the one up here that's aware. Now look at this. Conscious level is very small. There's nothing in your conscious mind other than like your reason and logic and your five senses. You use your reason and logic and your five senses to make your choices. The job of your conscious mind is just to choose what you want. I want to go on vacation. I want to live in this house. I want to be in a relationship. I want children. I want wealth. I want abs. I want a new car. I want lunch. I want to take a nap, right? Or, oh, it's raining outside. Or, ooh, that food smells good. Reason says if it smells good, it tastes good. Logic says if I order it, it will be delicious and I'll be happy. Choose it, right? That's what I choose. So the conscious mind is like, let's use that analogy of a restaurant. Conscious mind is you going into a restaurant, looking at the menu and deciding what you're going to eat, right? Reason, maybe you walked in and you used your five senses to say, ooh, that looks delicious, what they're having, or, something smells good. It must be that. Reason says, if it looks good and smells good, it probably tastes good. Logic says, if I order it, it will be delicious and I will be happy. So I will consciously choose the hamburger and French fries and a Coke. Thank you. So you ordering your lunch is the conscious mind. Now, the waitress, her job is what? The waitress's job is simply to ask you what you want and then go get it. Her job is not to decide if you can have it, if that's good for you, right? Her job is just to say, yes, ma'am, and then go wherever she goes and gets it. And where does it come from? Well, the chef in the kitchen, clearly, right? So in this mind example, the cook or the chef in the kitchen is the superconscious. All right? So I'll show you that in a minute. Let's back up. Conscious level, you ordering your lunch, using your five senses, reason and logic to make your choice. The waitress is the subconscious, whose job it is to just, ultimately it's to make you right about what you believe subconsciously. But she believes you can have whatever you want, and her job is to now go get the order and make it match what you ask for, right? And she leaves. Do you know where she's going when she leaves your table? No. Do you know how she's going about getting your food? No. Nothing. She takes the order and gives it to the chef, and then she leaves. And then she waits for the bell to ring. What she ordered is going to come back, right? Who's the chef? We don't know. What goes on in the kitchen? We don't know. How did they... We don't know anything about what goes on back there, but we know it's going to come from there. That's the superconscious's job. The superconscious job is to provide. The subconscious's job is to make your result match what you think subconsciously. And your conscious mind's job is to make your choices. That's it. Now, watch this. If the waitress comes back with pizza and a glass of milk, what do you say? You say, that's not what I ordered. I ordered a hamburger and french fries and a Coke. Take this back to wherever you take it to whoever's making it, and have them bring me what I want. Because their job is to provide. Your job is to make what you bring match what I asked for. My job is only to order it. And that is exactly the 3 levels of mind and how you use it. There's a caveat, though. Look at the waitress / subconscious's job. The subconscious's job is to take in everything you've decided about who you are, what you're capable of, what's possible for you. And then when you order something, you want something, its job is to make you right. Not about what you ordered, but about what you think you can have, what you already believe, right? So that's the challenge. Your subconscious thoughts are more in control of creating your results in your life than your conscious mind. An example is, I'm going to go on a diet and work out. And this year I'm going to be the hot bod on the beach, right? I choose that consciously. And I sign up for the gym, and I go buy stuff to make salads, and I get a buddy, and I do everything I can, right? I'm going to choose to be healthy and be awesome and hot on the beach this summer. And then the alarm goes off tomorrow morning, and that little voice in my head is like, oh, it's so hard. It's too cold. It's too long. What if you're late to work? You never know. You know, you've never been able to do it before. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe later. Maybe you need more information. Maybe not. Just go back to sleep. And you say, okay. Well, that's your subconscious. Your subconscious is saying, we believe that we are not healthy. We believe that we are not fit. We know we are not the one who wears a bikini on the beach. And its job is to keep me within those boundaries of what I already believe. So crackhead up there, the conscious mind, he's the one who wants us to be the hot bod on the beach, but that is not consistent with what I believe I am already. Therefore, the subconscious isn't even putting the order into the universe. The provider is not even being allowed to provide, because can the superconscious provide anything you choose consciously? Yes. Does it want to provide what you consciously choose? Yes. But what gets in the way is your subconscious, because it's the thing that speaks to you in your mind, and you think it's you talking. It's an old you talking. It's an old programming that went into your subconscious when you were young. Maybe when you were young, you weren't chosen for dodgeball to last. Therefore, after a few times of that, you made up, I'm not athletic, or people don't choose me. So later in life, you maybe have become athletic, and you just think you're not. And someone says, will you run a marathon with me? You will say, I'd love to, but that's not me. I can't do that. Well, you can. It's just that you've subconsciously created a belief system about yourself that says you can't. And it stops you, thereby blocking all the blessings that could come from the superconscious. So your job is to choose what you want in your life consciously. Choose it. Trust that the superconscious will provide anything you need for that to happen. I guarantee you that's happened in your life. Have you ever said, I choose this? And people around you maybe even have thought, well, that's crazy. How's that going to happen? And then all of a sudden, the most random thing occurs that makes that possible. That is the universe doing its job. You choose, and it lines up to give you what you want, unless something stops it. And so your subconscious is there to keep you safe, to keep you within the realm of who you think you are, being, doing, having, just what you think you can have, be, or do. The conscious level, you may want to own your own business. You may want to have a number 10 relationship with the love of your life. But if you don't subconsciously believe that's yours, nothing you do consciously is going to work. That's why we keep setting the same goal over and over and not getting it. So the challenge, the work, is in finding out, what do you think about yourself subconsciously? What is in your subconscious that is stopping you or limiting you or causing you to be afraid or procrastinate so it never happens? What's in there? And how do you find out? Because it is below your level of consciousness. Well, that's the work we do. That's the work we do here at my company. There's other lines and schools of thoughts that will teach you that process. And it's possible to find out what you think about you subconsciously. It comes out very easily. So in my line of work, we play games, do exercises, go through processes, and our beliefs subconsciously pop out. Right? So, and our beliefs subconsciously all sound similar with people. I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart. I'm not pretty. I'm not lovable. Right? These are all beliefs we made up about ourselves when we were young children. 50% of what's in your subconscious today that you think about yourself, other people, and the world was 50% was programmed into your subconscious, hardwired to be in control for the rest of your life by the time you were 4 years old. Half of what you think about yourself subconsciously today, who you think you are, what you think you're capable of, how big or powerful or lovable you are, half of that was put in place by the time you were 4. And do you even remember before you were 4 years old? Let alone what you made up about you? The problem is, too, often we think that stuff is true because it's been with us from before I even was aware of what I was, or before I was 4. 30% more of what's in your subconscious today, hardwired forevermore, in control of you subconsciously by the time you were 8. So by the time you were 8 years old, you were 80% programmed subconsciously. And now playing out that as though it's really who you are. And it's not. It's thoughts you made up about yourself when you were little and you didn't know better. We did it ourselves, and yet it is possible today. It's easy. It's actually fun to find out what's in you subconsciously. Because when you're an adult, those things, when they come to your mind consciously, when we bring them from the subconscious to the conscious level, I guarantee whatever you think you aren't, or however you feel you're less than or not good enough, I guarantee you've already created enough results in your life that would prove that wrong. Already. However, no amount of results will ever change that subconscious belief. That's what we hope. We're like, oh, if I could just be rich, then I'd be happy. Like, no, rich doesn't make happy. Happy makes rich. So you have to go in and find out why subconsciously you are enough. You are lovable. You are magnificent. And the belief you've held on to forever that's kept you safe, no longer necessary. And then you can rewire that subconscious to have a more true belief about who you truly are, what you're truly capable of, and then you can go create it. So the work, the most powerful work at first, is in the subconscious to find out, what do you think about yourself, other people, or the world? And when that stuff comes up, it often explains like, oh, that's why I keep having the same relationship over and over and over, just a different name, right? I keep dating the same man. He just has a different name. Or every time I get a new job, as good as it seems like it's going to be, it always winds up going here. That's because your subconscious job is to keep you safe within the realm of what you already believe you are. And it will stop you from creating more because it's trying to keep you from getting hurt. When in reality, what you are is incredible. You are a success creating machine as a human being. From childhood you were. Children know how to get just what they want. Their beingnesses are on fire. Nothing is stopping them because they haven't programmed their subconscious yet. So, conscious mind, job to choose. Subconscious mind, to make you right about who you think you are, who others are, or who the world is. Superconscious job, to provide. Anything you choose. The work takes place at the subconscious level. And it's magnificent because that machine will keep you safe. So if you can go in, do the work, rewrite that story of what's true about you, what's possible for you, from a position of how amazing you are, then its job will be simply to say, oh, hey, what you just chose consciously, that's not enough for us because we are way bigger than that. Or, hey, the chef sent pizza and milk, but I deserve what I chose, so send it back. Right? No, that is not. Maybe even what came as a hamburger and french fries and Coke, but the ice is melted and the fries are cold and the hamburger is burnt. And you're like, this isn't it. Because I chose beautiful and delicious. So thank you, subconscious. Send it back over there. Because I know that chef can provide anything I choose. And my subconscious believes it. So send it back. Right? There's no settling. There's no limiting. There's no less than. And the beautiful part is when you get in and do the subconscious work, what you discover is that all those things you've always thought were, I got to hide that stuff, or that's something I'm not as good as, or oh, don't tell anybody that. You realize they're just beliefs. Because the truth about who you are is that you are a success-creating machine. Success meaning anything you want, you can have. And using your mind, knowing how to use your mind, using those levels and working with them. First, finding out what's in your subconscious and rewriting the story to be true from a truth of your incredible, you're perfect, nothing wrong with you. That's the place to start. And when you do, your life can become incredible. All right. So that's a little bit about all of the 3 levels of mind. Understanding it is the first most important thing. The second thing, after you understand what I just explained, is to actually look inside and see what are your subconscious beliefs about yourself, others in the world. What is it that's stopping you that isn't true, but you really believe right now it is? So there's knowing it and then doing it. And so right now, I'm going to offer you a free little mini class, a little example of the kind of work I do with people to understand and use your mind to create what you want in your life. So there's a link here. Click on the link, sign up for it. It's free and won't take very long. It's only a few questions. I'll be there, walk you through the questions. And if you're going to do it, grab a notebook, grab a pen, because I want you to answer some questions. And then set aside a moment, watch the video, and find out what's in your subconscious. It probably is going to be very illuminating to why you keep creating results, either that you don't want or not creating results you do want. All right? So go take the little free mini class and stay in contact with us. Message us after or communicate with us. Email us. Hook us up on Facebook, on social media. We'd like to hear your experience. If you have questions while you're doing the mini class, contact us. Go to our website and contact us at thenewgame.org. Thenewgame.org. All right? All right, thanks, you guys, for your time. I hope I see you in the mini class, or see you soon. Okay, remember, you're perfect, and you're a magnificent, incredible, beautiful being. You are. See you soon.